Scammers in CS2 have gotten out of control. Recently, we've seen some high-profile cases of people getting their ridiculously expensive inventory stolen through old and new techniques of scamming, leaving the community wondering if the same thing can happen to them, and if Valve can do anything to stop it.
Before we get into today's video, I wanted to thank our sponsor Cash App for helping us create an entire season of our brand new character-focused show, Mains. Cash App makes it easy to invest in yourself. You can file your taxes for free from any device, no hidden fees, no upsells, with their max refund guarantee. You can even get your refund up to 5 days early if you deposit right into Cash App. Thanks again to Cash App for sponsoring this video. Go check out an episode of Mains over on our YouTube channel and check out Cash App using the link in the description.
Scamming in Counter-Strike has pretty much been around since the arms deal update. However, with the explosion of the game's economy, skins that once cost thousands can now be worth tens, if not hundreds of thousands, giving a lot more incentive for scammers to try and steal them from you. Now, one of the most classic methods is a good old rug pull. We've seen it plenty of times in other games throughout history, and I'm sure you all have at least one traumatic childhood experience with it. You join a trade and put up your items, but the scumbag on the other side either purposely puts up the wrong items or removes theirs at the last second. You, without noticing, accepts the trade anyway, and boom, item's gone. Sounds like a pretty archaic method, and it is, but people still try this shit. Not too long ago, a Reddit user explained how this almost happened to them. He was supposed to trade his crown foil for a stiletto knife, but at the last second, the scammer canceled his previous trade and sent a new one, this time with no knife. Luckily, this guy wasn't stupid and noticed right away. And just to show the scammer that he knew exactly what was going on, he sent his own trade with a crown foil emoticon this time for the scammer's wildfire op. But still thinking it was that OG foil sticker, they accepted the trade and lost their op for a Steam emote worth a few bucks. Scammer gets scammed. Now, unfortunately, not all stories are as heartwarming as that one, and over the years, Counter-Strike scams have only gotten more sophisticated. Scams come in a lot of different forms these days and have all been well documented, but they usually involve some sort of phishing, logging in or providing sensitive information to a website that isn't legit or secure. Someone sends you an invite to join a group or a tournament, a trader asks you to use a skin trading site. No matter the hook, you click the link, sign into the scam site, and they get access to your Steam web API and steal your inventory. Scammers will go so far as to impersonate well-known traders, content creators, and even pros to do this.
Story: someone, I think, maybe impersonate Psylocke and send phishing link. Psylocke is a German collector. He's a cool dude. This Chinese collector probably wanted to buy an item of Psylocke or wanted to trade something. Psylocke said, the impersonator of Psylocke or the scammer that hacked the account said, please check on this random ass secure website how much your skin is valued as, right? Boom, logged into it to check the price because he really wanted to do the trade, which ended up being a phishing site.
Hell, at all times of the day, there is usually a fake Simple stream on YouTube that offers giveaways if you click the link in the bio. Simple has called them out as scams and people have reported them, but they persist. Another infamous scam that I remember and definitely didn't fall for was during the CS2 limited test, when fake websites and streams were mimicking official Valve ones, offering access if you signed in. 99% of the time, these giveaways, rewards, and free access links are scams. Just ignore them. But if you sign into a skin trading website or tournament website or anything else like that, even if it's one that you used before, like Faceit, triple check that it's the real one by looking at the domain or checking the website for any errors such as spelling mistakes. Also watch out for API scams. Like phishing scams, they will get access to your account, but this time through your Steam API key when you sign into them, which allows them to cancel and send trade offers on your account. Classic example, you have a pending trade with a friend on Steam, but the scammer who has access to your API from a while ago cancels it and sends a new one from an account that's impersonating your friend. You, thinking it's your buddy, accepts it, but the items go to the fake account instead.
Is Steam just down? Oh my f***ing god. How? Wait, how though? Oh my god.
So make sure that your Steam API key is blank unless you've set it up otherwise, and also remember that if you sign into Steam on your browser, you will not be asked again to sign in when prompted to on any legit website. Or simple rule of thumb, if it seems sketchy, whether that's a person or a website, it probably is.
I see. How about that? Okay, we have a phishing link right here. TradeBot Skin Swaper is the best trading bot that lets you exchange items securely and efficiently. Oh my god. Okay, so there you can already see, maybe it's not the most secure site.
Unfortunately, making you physically type out your information isn't the only way people can phish you. Since you can now log into your Steam by scanning a QR code with your phone, sites will often give you that as an option as well. But of course, scammers are able to create fake QR codes for these scam websites that instead give them access to your account when you scan it. And apparently this method can be even more devastating for victims since it can potentially give them access to the device that you authorize your Steam Guard on. Steam Guard is the authenticator within the Steam app that acts as the last line of defense for your account. If everything's set up, you'll need to use it to approve a whole host of things like login attempts and trades. But if you use your device to scan a QR code on some bullshit trading or giveaway website, they can potentially get access to everything. Change your passwords, your two-factor, trusted devices, and even make trades. It's easy to forget just how important our phones have become to our online protection. And it applies to things way beyond Steam. Anyway, a few months ago, a collector and trader fell victim to a spoofed website that he trusted because he previously traded on it. He scanned a QR code, but then someone signed into his account and changed his device. As a result, he lost 3 blue gems, including an AK-661. A few days later, his Steam ticket was closed with no resolution, and then eventually received the standard email from Valve saying, quote, "Steam support does not move items between Steam accounts, nor do we create new ones in case of theft." But the thing is, that wasn't always the case. You see, back in the day, Valve or Steam support used to restore items. There was a common saying, everybody gets one, meaning that if you got scammed, Valve would help you out just one time. If you sent a ticket to Steam support, there were some cases where they would actually duplicate that skin you lost to get it back in your inventory. Unfortunately, however, Valve stopped doing this for a few reasons. And I kind of understand why. First off, people lie. They could get their friend to steal their skin, cry about it to Steam support, Steam would then duplicate the item, and suddenly there are 2. And this actually affected the market with super rare skins suddenly having twins. But another reason they don't do it anymore is because the game has just gotten too popular. Back in 2015, Counter-Strike was big. Now it's huge. With the amount of players and potential scams out there, Valve just can't go around creating skins out of thin air for everyone who asks. Now, some people will still point to the Stewie 2K situation. As it goes, a few years ago, he got scammed and lost all of his skins. Despite Valve technically not helping people like this anymore, they did for him, because, I mean, it's Stewie. Normal CS fans who have been burnt in the past love to talk about Valve restoring skins for famous people. But that's not actually always the case. Back in September, Launders, who is a prominent figure in the community, a broadcast talent, content creator, and even sets up his own LAN events, got caught in a scam. And he had all the possible protections in place, including Family View, which adds another password for you to input to better protect your shit. But unfortunately, he received a fake tournament link, scanned a QR code, and missed the emails reporting suspicious behavior. Immediately, people on Reddit convinced themselves that Launders would get his shit back because of his status, but that wasn't the case. Launders has still not received any of his skins back. And to add a bit of insult to injury, Valve actually released an update to help protect users from scams like this not too long after he got hit. On September 18th, trader Voco noticed that when you try to log into Steam on a new device, you are now trade locked on that device for a few days. And this does provide people with more time to notice any suspicious activity on their accounts and request a ticket with Steam support if it comes to that, so long as they're notified about this new device. In theory, this should help quite a bit. But to some, it's still not enough. But here's the thing. Governments, police, and cybercrime forces all over the world struggle to tackle the issue of scammers. So it's tough to see what more Valve can do without causing a really negative user experience for those who have no connection to skins in the first place. So unfortunately, the onus for now falls on us. Listen, a lot of people online don't feel bad for people who fall for scams, but it does happen to the best of us. Not too long ago, creator Flary pointed out a new scam that actually happened to some experienced cash traders. Essentially, the scammer sent the real trade link of a known skin trader to the victim. The scammer then impersonated that trader on a fake account with a message saying something like, "Hey, I want this item, I'll send you this much Bitcoin for it." The victim, thinking the person is legit and trustworthy, sent the items to the real trader. But at the same time, the scammer messaged the trader saying, "Hey, I just sent you an offer. If you want the item, accept it and send the money to this Bitcoin account." The real trader wanted the item, so they sent the Bitcoin, but to the scammer. The scammer accepted the Bitcoin transfer, the real trader saw this, so they accepted the skins. But the victim never saw the money and lost their item. The whole time, the victim and the real cash trader, who's also a victim in this, never actually interacted with one another.
So what ends up happening is the victim loses the money he should have been sent, loses his knife he unboxed, the fake OniPixel, who was the scammer, walks away with the 14,000, and the real OniPixel doesn't lose anything, he still has the knife. However, then he gets accused of scamming, and he has no clue that he scammed. So in essence, boys, what I'm trying to say is do not operate on Discord.
It is apparently that bad out there, as is sadly the case with the entire world of scamming. All of this is likely just the tip of the iceberg. I've even seen threads of scammers hacking iClouds or impersonating victims to their phone companies saying that they're switching out SIM cards. At times, it feels like there's truly no end to this. You can let your guard down for 1 second and lose everything. So my only advice is to follow all the steps you can. Change your passwords often. And when in doubt, triple check the person or the link you are being sent. Please do not become a statistic. So yes, I did in fact fall for the CS2 beta access scam. It looked like the legit landing page for when they first started and announced the CS2 limited test, and I fell for it. That was a really stressful 2 hours for me. All $500 worth of my inventory could have been gone, but luckily it's still okay.